Hello, my name is Mark Holmes. I'm the editorial director of Via Satellite. I'm also the program chair for CyberSat. And here we are at CyberSat 2019 in Reston, Virginia. We've had a great morning so far, some really good keynotes. And now we're going to talk about some of the technology and solutions that will hopefully help keep our industry secure. So I'm going to be talking today to Rick LePage, who is the Director of Special Operations for Envistacom. And also joining Rick will be Tara Garner, who works on the cyber solutions side for Envistacom. So firstly, welcome to you both to CyberSat. I hope you're having a great time today.
Thank you. Oh, you bet. Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, so let's get started and let's talk a little bit about some of the technology and solutions. Very prevalent question based on today. So what is the role of cyber in the design of an integrated SATCOM system?
In the past, cyber has been more of an afterthought. Now, cyber has been at the forefront and it's become a necessity. As far as supply chain, there's an approved products list. We make sure that any hardware, software is vetted through any entity that does government or contractor work. Then there's also STIG checklists. So with the STIG checklist, it comes from the vendors and it just takes their piece of software or hardware and it locks it down so that it is compliant and that it is secure.
Is cyber, would you say it's a typical design criteria, or would you say it's more of a bolt-on?
I'd say it's a design criteria. With the bolt-on, that's more of the afterthought of what cyber used to be. Now it's more of a necessity. We've been able to partner with the engineers from the concept to make sure that everything is vetted and to make sure that there are no issues from the ground building of whatever system that we're doing to the completion of it.
Rick, I'm going to come to you and then we can talk a little bit about the supply chain. And what are the considerations of sort of supply chain management for SATCOM?
Some of the things that we consider are the sources of our equipment. So with your SATCOM systems, there are a ton of different components that go into that. And so a very important part of the supply chain management is understanding where your components are coming from. And to Tara's point earlier, we vet the sources and it's a continuous process. We don't just have an approved products list that we go by without continuing to vet that and refresh that from time to time to make sure that it's current and up to date.
We've heard a lot today about nation states and countries. From your perspective, as a sort of a technologies and solution supplier, what countries should we be concerned with?
Well, I think as our keynote speaker alluded to this morning, there's obviously Russia's in the news, China's in the news. But as far as industry goes, we tend to keep ourselves in line with what our customers are looking at, what their concerns are. So any bad actors or near-peer competitors that would potentially mean to do the U.S. its interest and our customers harm, we take that into consideration and are very cognizant of that.
Let's talk a little bit about cyber and virtualization now. As terminals and waveforms are virtualized, what is the perceived and possible impact of a good cyber program?
With a good cyber program, it's always making sure that that you help whoever's building the system, help them to stay compliant. It's injecting cyber into everything from the smallest thing of adding an extra part or adding an extra software, to ensure that the systems are secure, to secure that there are no adversaries that are able to compromise your system. We understand the importance of things being secure because if our systems are compromised, then the whole company could be compromised.
When we look at virtualization, does it really matter? Does it matter as we virtualize?
Absolutely.
What is the importance of that?
At Envistacom, we're definitely students of history. So over the course of manufacturing and integrating, we've learned a ton of lessons. And as Tara had mentioned, we take cyber and integrate that at the beginning of when we're doing designs. And that bleeds over from the hardware, when you actually have the hardware, into a virtual instantiation. We take those lessons learned and apply that to the virtual instance. So it's definitely not going anywhere. As obviously we're here for CyberSat. Cyber's become more and more prevalent and will definitely be in everything that we do.
We're obviously going to be sort of starting a new decade very shortly, and a lot of people see this as a new era in satellite communications, with going from tens to hundreds to thousands of satellite. In terms of your sort of technology roadmap, could you sort of tell us a little bit about some of the things we may be hearing from Envistacom?
Something that we believe at Envistacom is one thing that you'll see from us. In the past, there's been a focus on purpose-built hardware. Each vendor has their own substantiation, and our customers are beholden to the industry for those things. We've seen advancements in our cell phone technology. In the past, if you wanted a flashlight, you had to carry a flashlight. If you wanted a phone, you had to carry a phone. Same thing with your camera. Those are all now packed into one smartphone, and we see the future of the satellite communications industry is also to be able to offer in a high-performance compute platform the capabilities that our industry has to offer. So trying to give that Swiss Army knife, if you will, type of solution to our customers to meet their requirements.
I mean, do you think, I mean, sort of on a level that the customers are becoming more demanding now? I mean, you talk about that Swiss Army knife and, you know, more capability. And again, we talk about the numbers of satellites multiplying significantly. What does that mean for a company like Envistacom?
Well, that means that whereas we used to have a certain number of connections on us, now we have watches that are connected, our phones are connected, our cars are connected. With the satellites that are going up into orbit, that means more people all over the world will be connected, much more than we ever have in our history. And so that means that we're responsible for ensuring the security of those connections, as well as being able to offer, like I said, that Swiss Army knife of capabilities that gives the users exactly what they need, whether that's high throughput, low latency, you name it. We want to make sure that the customers have that at their fingertips.
So just to end, I imagine it's a very exciting time for the company, and we should be looking out for some cool technology over the next year or so.
Oh yeah, definitely an innovative group, and we're really excited about the things that are coming.
You know, the company has grown double what it was last year, and with the virtualization of things and the way things are going, Envistacom has been on the cusp of technology. This is not something that we kind of did as an afterthought. This is something that we've known is coming down, and we've been working towards it. So, you know, we have the capabilities to be able to just take the ball and run with it. And I know that without a doubt, Envistacom will be able to knock it out of the park.
Well, fantastic. Well, companies like Envistacom are the lifeblood of our industry, so we wish you all the best. Thank you very much, Rick, and thank you, Tara.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you having us.